This monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejados de las puertas.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety, please remain behind the yellow line on the platform or behind the gates once you disembark the monorail.
Good evening, everybody. It is Thursday, December 4th. I had to check the calendar. Welcome into the evening edition of the Monorail Report. With my work schedule, we're going to test to see if this works out better than the early afternoon, late morning shift. So we're gonna see. We're gonna test this, see what everybody thinks about it being in the evening. I was actually going to do this at 7, but friends in the network were going live at 7, so I figured I would go now at 6:30. That's what we do here. And what we're going to do is when my show ends, I'm going to redirect you right over to Cakes at the 927. He's going to have some friends on there, so we'll see what kind of trouble he gets into. Especially because Ken is not there. Ken is out in the Bahamas on a Disney cruise with his family. So there's no holding Cakes back tonight. So good luck. Catherine is here. Yes, you can watch in the evening. That's very true. Christy is here. Hello. Welcome in. That's our friend Christy PH Disney from the network over there on the West Coast. Frederick Gallagher is here. Hello. Good to see you. I thought we would go live tonight with a lot of updates that were announced yesterday. Pretty good stuff that was announced too. So we're going to get into it. Yeah, in the Bahamas. I'm trying to remember if he went live. I don't think he went live. I thought he told me he was going to try to, but he may not have been able to. So, all right, let's get into it because there's quite a bit of it. Theme Park Giant is here. Hello, Thadador. Nice to see you. Or is it Thadifer? I can't remember. So Frozen Ever After is getting its update. This was previously announced. Once the new ride overseas in the international park got their nice new update, or the new version, you can see our stunning version on the left-hand side, and the nice new version on the right. Excuse me. So we will get this update. The faces, the 3D projection will look much, much better in this for sure. No, it's not Thaddeus. Definitely not Thaddeus. It's Thadifer. So I'm looking forward to this update. I don't ride this much. Do you guys ride this a lot? I don't know. I know most streamers don't get on this one a lot because there's a little issue with signal. Did you do this I feel like you did this recently, or was I dreaming that? I don't know. I don't have many dreams about Thad. Not many. Anyway, Tiger Girl is here. Hello. Signs of Amusement. Good to see you. Cakes is here. So this will get an update in February. That'll be nice to see. Also, early 2026, Festival of the Arts was announced to be January 16th through the 23rd. That particular festival is my favorite festival So I am looking forward to it and trying to figure out how I can get there to see it. Probably not towards the end because that's near Finley's birthday and President's Day, which, if you guys don't know, President's Day is like slam busy at Disney. I don't know if Disneyland is that way, but I can tell you Disney World, one of the worst times to go because it is so busy. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. He's in chat. Thad and I have been going back and forth with where we think this is going to open. Certainly hoping for earlier than later, obviously. And I kind of figured February in the beginning, and then it felt like it was delayed, although delayed is probably not the right word because we don't know what the schedule was. But anyway, they have said spring, could be anywhere between, who knows, March to June, honestly, but they have said spring. I think it's moving along pretty well. Most of us are excited for this for two reasons. A, it's a favorite of most of us. I mean, how can you go wrong with Big Thunder Mountain Railroad? And on top of that, it's going to have a brand new track that has promised me that it is going to be smooth as glass. So I'm excited for it. We have heard that there should be cast member previews and annual pass holder previews. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, it better open way before June. Way before June. Would love for this to be open in March, but I don't see it happening. I know, if we saw the trains going around, we would certainly feel better, right? There's still a lot of scaffolding in the front entrance in the queue, so we just don't know. Hopefully. Also opening in spring is the new remodel of Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. That's going to have new gameplay, which, folks, I got to tell you, this is one attraction that I typically skip. The only reason that you find me on it is because Finley wants to do it. So this one I'm excited for because I think the new gameplay is going to, I'm wearing my glasses. I also have my other pair of glasses. I would need like 6 pairs of glasses to be able to focus on Buzz Lightyear before. So hopefully this new version is much better. Again, spring is what they're telling us. Festival, Flower and Garden Festival is, sorry, you can't even see the dates there. I'm hiding the dates. March 4th through June 1st for Flower and Garden. Always a favorite of everybody's. You have the Butterfly House. You got a lot of great stuff. You have a lot of natural foods, all of that. So certainly looking forward to Flower and Garden March 4th through June 1st. Again, the idea behind these updates were really there's reasons to come to Disney in 2026. And I'm sure that that's a marketing thing because of the amount of scrim walls that are up in every single park with the exception of Epcot. So also returning into the spring is the Disney After Hours events. These go away for the winter, really fall into winter because of the 2 holidays with all the parties that they have. So they kind of push the After Hours events aside. So they will return in the spring. This is a separate ticketed event, and you will get much lower wait times. And then depending on the park, it's more worth it than not. I haven't done one of these we did Hollywood Studios, and we really enjoyed that one. This is the version that comes with popcorn and Mickey bars and soda and water. So I like this one. But then if you're staying at a deluxe resort, you do have the extended evening hours, which is free, but you don't get like snacks. Just the park is open later for you. So you have some options there. All right, new mission and gameplay take flight on Smuggler's Run, May 22nd. That coincides with Mandalorian and Grogu coming out in the theaters. So I'm excited for this. My buddy, Theme Park Giant there, had a phenomenal ride on Smuggler's Run today. He saw parts of the ride that he hadn't seen, and I really think it's because if your crew is that bad, your hyperdrive fails and you have to go through the asteroid field, and that's what he got today. It was rough. It was rough. Not his fault though. He probably could have piloted much better, even holding the tripod in one hand and steering with the other. So May 22nd, new mission and new gameplay. So now the gunners and the engineers, especially the engineers, have a lot more to do than they used to do. So excited to see that update for sure. All right, Soarin' Across America. Excited to see this one. And this will be out by Memorial Day. I believe the date at Disneyland was July 2nd. Somebody can correct me on that one. So over here, it's going to be by Memorial Day. Obviously, with the semi-quincentennial of America, we're celebrating 250 years. So there's a lot of stuff coming up. And this has just been announced. I am sure that there'll be more celebrations over in Epcot. Last night we did the post show and showed Main Street Electrical Parade, and they have that huge float at the very end celebrating America. And I'm hoping that there's something like that. Maybe it's a cavalcade, you know, something like that to celebrate America. So we'll see. I think there's more to come. I do. Amusement Park Pirates, hello, good to see you. He says July 2nd for Disneyland. Thank you very much. Another member of the Disney Streamer Network. Disney Streamer Network. I found that at Costco. It was weird. New Bluey experience coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom. Excited for this one. The kids are going to go crazy for it. Logistically, I feel it's odd because they're putting it in Animation Station back there at Rafiki's Planet Watch. I mean, it will tie in well, right? So I think that the animation experience there is going to go away. Bluey and Bingo will replace that because it's kind of a meet and greet dance party type thing. And then there are going to be animals representing Australia outside. So I think that's going to refresh the petting zoo as well. So we'll see how that plays out. My issue logistically is that you've got to take the train over there. I just worry that it is going, like, you're going to see wait times now for the train to get to Rafiki's Planet Watch. But we'll see. Bluey's also coming to Disneyland March 22nd. Oops, looks like I lost my... Hold on. There we go. March 22nd will be at Disneyland. That will be a show, a Bluey show coming to Disneyland. And if you're on the Wish or the Dream, you'll be able to see Bingo and Bluey as they will be doing meet and greets at on the Dream and the Wish coming this summer. So lots of stuff coming. You hopefully know that Bingo and Bluey, well, that show Bluey is not a Disney property. Disney has the rights to stream it on Disney Plus, but they don't actually own it. But it is very popular, and people are going to go crazy for it. The kids are going to go crazy for it. If you haven't seen the show, check it out. It's pretty funny. There's some adult humor that would go over the kids' heads. There's some puns in there that kids wouldn't get, and dads and moms would. So make sure to check that out. Catherine says people will go. Yeah, they'll find their way to Bluefish. Listen, I said they're gonna walk. They're gonna figure out how to walk back there if they had to. Cool Kids Summer returns. We knew that this was going to happen. This was a huge hit. They did announce this. They kind of teased it when it ended that it would be returning. So they say it's going to be returning with new, refreshed, limited time fun, ticket offers, and deals. Details coming in January. So more to come on this in the next couple weeks. But Cool Kids Summer, that was Goofy took over Communicore. I think it was called Goofy Core, and there was like a dance party, meet and greet type thing in there. That was a lot of fun. Kids were having a blast there. The kids DJ back in Tomorrowland. There was a ton of stuff going on for kids, and a lot of specials, ticket offers, and things like that. The 3-park, 3-day ticket was available during this time. There were resort discounts. Speaking of which, there is going to be all year, kids are getting free dining when you stay in the park, when you stay on site. So make sure to check that out. Hey, if you need a travel agent to book your stuff, let me know. I got a couple people that will do it for you. Some of them are in the chat right now. Okay, I don't know if you guys have seen Banana Ball. Catherine Finley and I went with some friends to see Banana Ball when they were here in the Durham area. And that was a lot of fun. I have seen some, so we did that, and we did Home Run Derby X. Both of those are great. They're very different. Obviously, Banana Ball is a full game. The Home Run Derby X is a home run derby, but totally amped up. So Banana Ball went last year or this year to ESPN Wide World of Sports, and knew that was going to be a hit. It absolutely was. So they're bringing it back. They'll be there for 2 days. So if you're in the area and want to check it out, check it out. But make sure to get your tickets early because those things go day one. All right, another special coming back to the parks is free admission to the water parks on your check-in day. My family took advantage of this and absolutely loved it. We did Blizzard Beach for the first time because of that. And, you know, we got there, spent 4 or 5 hours at the park. You know, it saves you $65, I think it is, per person. And you're getting it because you're checking into the resort. The resorts have discounts on top of that. So go ahead and take advantage of this. In fact, what we did is we checked into to All-Star Sports, let's say, on Monday, but we were getting in late. We had a late flight. So we got in like 8 o'clock on Monday. So what we did is we stayed there, and then we went to All-Star Music, let's say, for the rest of our stay, Tuesday through Saturday or something like that, which means that Tuesday you had a free water park day. So we were able to go to the water park, have ourselves a great time. You could drop your luggage with baggage services that morning and head straight to the park. You can also do, it worked this way last year. I don't see any reason that it would change. You can do both parks. You can park hop from Blizzard to Typhoon and vice versa. So make sure to take advantage of that. Catherine says she's banana for the Savannah Bananas. That guy has an interesting story. If you ever want to see an interesting story about the bananas, check them out. H2O Glow Nights returns to Typhoon Lagoon in 2026. Great event. We had a lot of fun. We did it back in 2024. Had a lot of fun. Water park is open, lower crowds. Shelly, good to see you. Hello. Lower crowds, and again, it's a party atmosphere. So make sure to look at that if you're interested. One of the other updates coming to Hollywood Studios is going to be the Disney Junior Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Live coming in the summer. Now, this is going to be where the Disney Junior Dance Party used to be over in what's going to be the new animation courtyard. So that's coming up. I understand there's a version of this in Disneyland, and it's going to be similar. So here is your animation courtyard coming to Hollywood Studios. That used to be the old launch bay. On the left of the picture is Little Mermaid, the new Little Mermaid show. The right is where the new Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Live show is going to be. Going to be wide open, and they are working feverishly. I saw on stream the other day that they had the excavators and everything going middle of the day while guests are walking just on the other side of the scrim wall there. They're not messing around. They want this stuff done. Part of what you're also going to see is now the they've announced, and we knew that they would be announcing more stuff coming to that animation courtyard, and what was going to be the old, or what is the magic of Disney animation. And so this is one of them, off the page, where you're going to meet friends in different departments. So you're going to have the story, the layout, the hand-drawn animation, computer animation, lighting, and effects. So there are going to be different departments in that building, similar to what it looked like in the old days. And so you're going to be able to see that, and you're going to be able to meet characters as you see there. So they mention Mulan, and they show Rapunzel. So there's two characters there that already that you're going to be able to meet as part of this storyline of the attraction. Rock and Roller Coaster, starring the Muppets, is opening summer of 2026, and the Aerosmith version closes in spring of 2026. How are they going to get all this done? Well, over the weekend, they closed the pre-show. Now, you used to see the pre-show closed, but it was only really slightly closed. You had it to where they were still there, but you just walked by it. Well, now what you're getting is the whole pre-show has a wall in front of it. And I believe the reason they did that is so that they can work behind that wall and get stuff moving. So that when they actually close the ride, what they're going to work on is the outside of the building, updating it to say the Muppets, as you see in the picture here. And then obviously the inside of the ride. But the pre-show will already be done. So the crew that's working on building the pre-show right now can stop, be done, put that to bed, and you move on to the inside. I really like the way they are working the schedule right now. I think they're doing the absolute right thing. Level 99, this is going to be an interactive. I've not really experienced this, but it is coming to Disney Springs West Side sometime this year. So look for that. I like the entertainment that's coming. You have a lot of shops. I mean, it's Disney Springs, right? You have a great amount of um, restaurants, you have some lounges, but what you're really missing is a good amount of entertainment. So it's nice to see that this will be coming to Springs. As I mentioned before, the Rock and Roller Coaster pre-show has closed. And here is the rest of the schedule. I call this page duh because there's no way that this stuff wasn't going to happen. But they also, announced it, that the stuff would be returning. So in the fall, you have Not So Scary Halloween Party. You have Food and Wine Festival. And then in the winter, you'll have Very Merry Christmas Party, Jollywood Nights, and Festival of the Holidays. So I guess they just needed to remind us that the stuff was coming up because we just now started Festival of the Holidays like Friday. But they let us know. So there it is. So here's an update on the network. Disney Streamer Network is going very well right now. We have 64 subscribers on our YouTube channel. 52 on TikTok, 39 on Threads, 149 on Instagram, and Facebook has 209. We want to continue to watch this network grow. The Disney Streamer Network is going to be your one-stop shop for currently over 40 different networks, 40 different channels on the network. And we hope to be your place for reliable Disney news. I'm going to skip the clickbait news tonight because our friend Cakes is about to start his show. So I'm not going to go into the clickbait news. We did a little bit of that on the podcast on Tuesday. So so tonight, right now we have Rich doing a home stream, Back to the Drawing Board Part 5. I believe he is drawing Donald Duck. See if I can start my screen there. Yep, he's doing Donald Duck. You have Cakes and Kenny, you have Cakes and some surprise guests, he says. So be on the lookout for that. So that's going to start in just a few moments. This show will redirect you to him. Park Pass TV will also be live tonight doing the Festival of the Holidays over at Epcot. And Score Jason will also be starting in just a few minutes doing a hangout and chat home stream as well. That, I believe, is it for the night. I am looking on dsn.disneystreams.com. So if you're not watching there and you want to see Disney YouTube, head to dsn.disneystreams.com. Thursdays tend to be a lighter night on the network. But typically, like this Saturday coming up, you're going to be able to see Magic, Epcot, Hollywood all at one time. There's probably somebody doing a home stream. There's Pete McDevitt, who's always on. And then you also would have streamers in Disneyland. So be sure to check that out. Yep, somebody else is just populating. So Berry Place 28 will also be live tonight at 9:00. So yeah, be sure to check that out. Support our folks. Go to dsn.disneystreams.com. Hit the live button on all of them. Hit the play button on all of them. Hit the like button on all of them. And if you're not subscribed, check them out and subscribe because they're all great people doing great things out there, just bringing you more and more Disney as we're trying to do here. All right, folks, that's going to do it for me. I appreciate you all tuning in. And if there's anything I can do for you, don't hesitate to reach out. Easiest way you can reach me by Discord, Instagram, or you can email us at DisneyStreamerNetwork@gmail.com. All right, folks, sending you over to Cakes. We will see you next week.
This monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you.